again. So this is week 3 of TNT. I'm actually at Prime right now, and the little movie theater it's empty. Um, so I decided to just do the video in here because it's quiet. But yeah. So I think last time I left off, I was headed to New York. So yeah, this week has been very it's kind of been a eventful week for me, more eventful than the previous weeks. So yeah, we headed to New York, um, familiar route because I've been on the same route before. Um, Me and my trainer we realized we had been placed on like the same route, like kind of like the dispatcher was running us dedicated. Um, I don't know why, but so we was going back and forth from Idaho to New York, the same route, same company, same everything. So my trainer ended up letting me know that we need to get closer to Springfield so I can go pick up my CDL, which is why I'm here now. Well, initially that's why I was here, but so yeah, went to New York. On the way back to Idaho, it was some bad weather. I was driving through Wyoming, and the news had told us everything. Be on the watch out. It was probably gonna shut down a portion of I-80, which they eventually did. But so yeah, I was driving. Wind gusts was 40 plus miles per hour. I was like, okay, cool. I can, I was still handling the truck, still, keeping up speed and everything. So it wasn't really impacting me that much. It wasn't no rain or nothing, no snow. Um, so I kept on driving, and as I kept driving, the wind got worse and worse. The more I went into Wyoming, the worse it got. So the first time I passed, said 40 plus mile per hour. You want to watch out for the interstate to close, whatever. Then it went to 45. Next, it went to 50. That's when I was like, nah, I'm not. I ain't liking this trend that's going on. Because I was like, I'm not finna keep going and end up getting stuck. And then, I'm driving at nighttime, and it's probably like, at this point, I don't know. Because by the time I had pulled over, I had been driving for 5 hours. So it was probably like midnight, a little after midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, something like that. So I already knew the truck stops in the rest areas. It wasn't finna happen for me. So I got 50 plus mile per hour. The sign said winter like conditions, slick roads, low visibility. It was all a recipe for disaster, and I wasn't having it. I ain't playing no games. I ain't taking no risks in no truck. Not finna happen. So yeah, that to my trainer. He was asleep. Woke him up. Told him, hey, time to pull over. Need you to, help me out, find the part, you know. So we ended up finding a spot. Which, of course, it was packed. So he ended up making a spot out of no spot. We stayed there for the night. Delivered to Idaho. Got to Idaho. That's what I said. It's been going a lot. It's been a lot going on this week. Got to Idaho. They wanted to give us, well, not our dispatcher. It was like a weekend or a nighttime dispatcher wanted to give us a load to Pennsylvania initially. It was. I just say it was some communication issues that, and we end up not taking that load. But first, I forgot when I was headed to New York. That's what I forgot to say. Like I said, we was going back and forth from Idaho to New York, back and forth. So it was driving nonstop, like not no breaks. The most break we'll take was like our 30-minute break or whatever in between. If we had to fuel the truck. But other than that, just driving, 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 driving. We got to a point where it was like I wasn't thinking about what day it was, what time it was. It was just like I don't know. It was like it was. I guess it was starting to hit me. I was like, dang, I need to. I don't know. Like this can't be life, you know. Because the truck constantly moving, and you kind of get aggravated, get frustrated, and everything. So we got to New York. and I told my trainer. Well, my trainer he kind of asked me, because it was my turn to drive. I had drove half my shift before we delivered to New York, so I was gonna drive the remainder of my shift. Um, but he asked me, it was like, well, you can drive if you want to. I was like, nah, let's go ahead and, park the truck, pull over for the night. So we pulled over and pulled over, stayed the night, and that was like the best sleep I done had since I came into TNT. Um, I don't know. It kind of made me realize the sleep that I'm getting on a regular, like while he's driving, is not the best sleep. Now I've gotten used to sleeping while the truck moving. Like I won't wake up if you hit a bump or nothing like that, unless it's something like real serious, which hasn't happened yet. So yeah, I don't know. It was kind of like a wake up call for me. Like yeah, I'm ready for this to be over with already. Cause I don't know, when I got that sleep when we was pulled over that night, I don't know, I woke up feeling a lot better than I usually do. Like I usually just sleep enough so I can, cover my full shift and go back to sleep, of course. So yeah, that's what happened when we went to New York. It was like a wake up call for me. So yeah, back to yeah, the dispatcher wanted to get us to Pennsylvania. We didn't take the load, so then we ended up getting we waited for another dispatcher, a weekend dispatcher, and they gave us a load to Chicago. So that was when I seen my first. I've never seen a trucking accident. Never seen one. I know it's a surprise, but I've never seen one. So I seen my first one. I was in Nebraska. A lot of snow going on. We missed all it. Like it wasn't snowing by the time like I was driving. My trainer said, he hit a couple spots, but by the time it hit, nighttime, it was time for me to drive. It wasn't none of that. So it was. I mean, it was just snow on the side. So I start seeing trucks, knocked off the side of the road for whatever reasons, trucks in the medians, and then I started seeing trucks lined all the way down the highway, trucks start just packed, like just packed. It was ridiculous. So I was like, thankfully I missed all that. So yeah, went to Chicago, see my first accident. I don't know what it's been, but like ever since then, I've seen a lot more accidents. Like this week is the first time I've seen so many accidents to this day. But anyway, went to Chicago. Weather was straight. Went down to Kansas. Took a load. That load was like 600 miles. Had two stops on that load. Um, and now we on this load now, going to Pennsylvania, which they gave us like a lot of time to get there. That way we can make the stop, of course, to Springfield, so I can pick up my CDL. So, oh yeah, let me backtrack. I don't know why I keep forgetting this. So yeah, on our way to Chicago, the weather was good, but then one of our trailer tires blew, and I'm talking about blown to the point where it wasn't numbered rim, like literally just rim, like scratching at the pavement. So that happened. I wasn't driving at the time, thankfully. So we pulled over, had to spend a couple hours at the Loves. Luckily, it didn't tear up too much or nothing on the trailer. They fixed the tire and everything, bent back, the mud flap and all that good stuff. So it was cool. So on this load right here, got another issue with the trailer, some kind of leak. Qualcomm blowing up, your trailer losing pressure. We stopped at the Loves again. They couldn't find nothing wrong with the tires. They said the tires was just fine. One of the tires needed to be changed, but it wasn't leaking there. So we get the Prime to pick up my CDL. They changed one of the tires. We told them, hey, the Qualcomm saying something wrong with this trailer. It was like, okay, we're gonna get under it. Didn't find that. Okay, cool. So we get here, eat, take a shower, and we was like, okay, cool. I can go ahead and finish, drive a few hours and then hand him the wheel and everything. We leaving Prime, and I'm talking about we didn't even make it to the stoplight, and there two messages: trailer, you need to pull over. So we just brought it back. That's why I'm here now. That's why we staying the night here. We just brought it back and let road assist know. They told us to take it to the trailer shop. So that's what we're waiting on. They backed up. So that's why we just said we're gonna stay the night here. We dropped the trailer. Probably gonna call them sometime in the morning, just ask them if they've been able to get to it, If not, it is what it is. Just chilling in Springfield. Um, enjoy some movies in this movie theater. But yeah, oh yeah. Last week I drove 5,250 miles. I think I said it on one of my videos. This week has been a busy week. Like I said, we had those two loads. One going from New York. I meant from Idaho to New York. One New York back to Idaho. Then to Chicago. Then to Kansas. So in total this week I drove 7,011 miles. So that's how much will be on my check this week. 7,011 miles. So how much of that comes out to? So yeah, I'm getting these miles out of the way. Right now, I'm at 17,000. I'm at 17,000 miles. And I'm supposed to take home time next week so I can go back to Florida and get my city changed. But that's it. As always, I appreciate y'all for watching my videos. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, put them down there in the comment section. Other than that, I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day.